Good evening, and thank you all for coming tonight. My name is Alexandra Gage, and tonight we're going to be talking about the Zoom R24 multi-track recording unit. Music's been an integral part of my life from an early age on. I grew up playing the piano, and now I've learned other instruments, and music is just a daily activity for me. I've spent the past 14 years steeped in music as I married a professional musician. Through the years, I've developed a fondness for being on the other side of the music through recording and working with sound. The Zoom R24 lets me take this hobby anywhere I want through its ease and small size. I hope you enjoy learning about it as much as I enjoy using it. I'm going to play a 30-second track for you that was actually it's 3 tracks that was recorded using the Zoom R24 and no additional recording equipment. And again, that was just simply recorded in a short amount of time using 3 tracks. My husband did it, and a couple of guitars in this unit. So now I'm going to call him up. This is Jerry, and he's going to help demonstrate for us as I guide him along on how to exactly use the Zoom R24. So we're going to do a little housekeeping here, and give us just a second. Alright, first, when you're going to power the unit on, obviously, and then you're going to start a new project. And the way you start a new project is you're going to simply press the project button, you're going to select new, press enter, and then you can confirm the project name. Now, we're just going to use the stock name that is in there for the project. You can change it to anything you'd like. So you confirm the project name, and you decide whether you want to continue using the preset or the default settings, or you can make your own settings. We're going to use, for time's sake, the default settings tonight. So you do that, and you're going to push execute, and you are off and running and ready to go. After that, we're going to set the tempo, and that's simply by pressing the button beneath the tempo light. And you're going to use the dial to change your tempo, how fast or how slow, and that's completely up to you based on the recording that you're going to do. Is it fast, is it slow? You're just going to set the tempo. Then you're going to turn on or off the metronome. Tonight we're going to turn it on, so you're going to press Tool, and then select the metronome, and we're going to select Record Only. That's going to give us a 4-count metronome count right before we record to let us know that we're getting ready to start recording. Next, we're going to prepare a rhythm track. So you're going to hit track. Then you're going to select the track to assign using the arrow buttons. Then you're going to select take and press enter. And then we're going to select pattern to use a rhythm pattern. Now the unit comes with some preset rhythm patterns. You can create your own, but we're going to use a preset one that comes with it tonight. So we're going to select our rhythm pattern, and you're going to use the knob to change in between patterns if you want to change the pattern to a different one than what's on. So now that we've prepared the rhythm track, we're ready to go, and we're going to start connecting our instruments. Now, as he connects those, there's several different inputs to use on these. You can connect a guitar that's an acoustic guitar. You can connect an electric guitar. If you're connecting an electric guitar, you're going to use the high Z, so it enables you to just connect directly in, and you don't need any kind of amp or anything like that. The unit actually has some amp settings, which we won't go into tonight, but you can put them on as effects to make your guitar sound or your bass, however you want it to sound. So now that we've connected the instruments, we're going to select the bank of tracks that we're going to record the unit. Using the unit, which tracks are we going to use to record the guitar? So you're going to then, once you select your tracks, you're going to press the status key of the track a couple times till the light turns red. That means that that track is selected for you. Now we're going to set the pre-count, and this is going to be before we record our first track. So we're going to select the pre-count, which is this 4 count that we had for the countdown before recording. Now, starting from the top of the screen of the new project, we're going to return the counter to the beginning and press and hold the stop and rewound key to return to the beginning. That sets the counter back to 0. Now we're going to adjust the input level. We're going to arm the track for recording. So when we press the play mute record button until it turns red, and when red, it's going to be recording as possible. Then we're going to adjust the input sensitivity or gain, and that's indicated by those lights. If it's up in the red, that's too high. You want to adjust the gain so it's not up in the red, and then you'll get a really good sound. And then we'll adjust the monitoring system using the fader for recording track to adjust the monitoring level of this instrument being recorded. So that's just going to adjust your levels. There's always technical difficulties. Alright. So, just as a note, if a red light comes on, that is a peak and it's too high and you need to adjust the gain to return back to a good sound level.
Let's record a track.
Alright, so now we're going to record a track. Let's play and record. Sometimes there's a little technical difficulty, and that's okay. So we simply reset it as we did before. We're armed and ready to go. And just like anything else, you're going to, as you play back, you can use all the levels to turn up the sounds however you want to hear them. And that is just putting one track in. And then when you want to play back all tracks, you simply switch these to green and hit play, and it plays all the tracks back together for you. Alright, so that's
Let's record another track. And
yeah, let's do that.
so again, we're going to arm our track, set our sensitivity, and record it.
Set back to 0, arm them all to green to play them all back together, and hit play. And it's just that easy. So essentially, you can go on and on recording over and over again. I believe you have 8 inputs at a time, and that allows for playback of
24.
24 tracks at once. So If you want to record a whole drum kit using 8, and then you want to use all 8 to record vocals, and then you want to use the other 8 to record your guitar parts, you can then play them all back together as one song, and it's just that easy. You've turned your living room essentially into a studio, and you can take this anywhere. You want to take it to your practice garage, you want to take it onto a live situation, and everything records down to either a USB thumb drive or one of the SD cards. And that makes it easy to work on projects together. You don't all have to be in the same room. You can record all the tracks you want, dump them down to the card or the USB drive, mail it to your friend in Wisconsin or wherever, and then they can send it back to you with their input. But essentially, it's just as easy as that. You set your time, you set your metronome, you plug in your instrument, and you record it, and it's that easy. So, I hope you all have enjoyed coming out tonight. Are there any questions? And don't feel like you have to ask them right now. Jerry and I are going to stand up here for a while, and you can come out, check out the machine, check out what we recorded, and you can tell who the professional really is. But once again, thank you everybody for coming out tonight. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it and have learned a little bit about the Zoom R24.
Is that 15 minutes?
No, it was like 12, but that's fine.
Do we need to do it over?
No, it's good.